What's up, everybody? This is DDS, and today I am doing a Q&A video. It's been a while since I did a Q&A video, so that's what I'm doing today. And shout out to Samuel McCann. Hopefully I said your last name right, because he asked a decent amount of questions that I'm going to answer all these questions in the Q&A video. I put up a post when I was close to 25,000 subs, and I asked for questions, and I only had 2 people respond, and yeah, so I'm gonna answer their questions, and that's gonna be this video. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. Shout out to Samuel McCann, and then of course Cecilia. She always supports the channel. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. And then if you guys want to ask me some questions, drop them below, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video. I'm gonna try and do these more frequently because it's been a while. But first off, I'm going through all of Samuel's questions. First one, will you ever do a sound kit / loop pack? I'm actually thinking about doing a loop pack right now with different melodies and pads that I love to use, and just give you guys the melodies, all that great stuff. So that's definitely something I'm thinking about doing here soon, probably within the next month or so, just piecing it all together. As far as sound kits, I don't really make my own sounds. I add effects onto other sounds, but I still feel like part of me would feel guilty if I was to be like, oh, well, this is my sound because I tweaked this or tweaked that, which I guess it could be because you're technically not using the same sound, but I just don't see myself doing that. I could do a loop pack and all that, but other than that, you know, that's my whole ideas on that. What price point did you start leasing your beats? Man, when I first started leasing beats, I was all over the place. I started out at I think $19.99, wasn't getting any sales. Well, I got like 1 sale after a while doing it that way, and then I went up to $25, and then at one point I went down to like $9. And then I was just trying, so I went down. I'm embarrassed to even say this. At one point I tried $5. I did like a $5 sale for like a week. And then that was the last time I ever went that low. And then at one point I just stopped leasing beats. I just had my beats, and I would give them to people and have them use it to build up my name, and then from there do it that way. Like, I lease beats now for $50. I don't know, some people say that's too high, but it seems like it's becoming the average. I look at other producers who are getting involved in the online space, who have had success in the industry and whatnot, and they lease theirs for $50. I see other people who have nice followings on YouTube or Instagram and whatnot, and they lease for $50. So I believe that's going to end up being like the standard at this point, is to lease for $50. I know it's still people that do it under $50, but it seems like a lot of people are starting at $50, and that's where I'm starting at right now. How long does it take to edit videos with audio? Depends on what video and what audio you're talking about. If you're talking about like these talking videos, I changed the color grade to make it look a little bit different, and then from there I every now and then I might tweak the audio depending on how like loud the mic is and whatnot. And if it's like too loud, I had to try and tweak stuff. But usually, depending on the length of the video, but for the most part, it doesn't take me that long. Like with this Q&A video, I'll probably sit here and change the audio a little bit, drop some beats in, mix those together so that they're not trying to take over one another. And that'll probably take me maybe 10 minutes to edit. That's quick editing, and that's because with these type of videos, I'm not making jump cuts and all of that stuff. The only time I make a jump cut or anything is if I make a mistake. I don't add any additional things to these type of videos. Like, I'm not adding different images or different videos to go along with what I'm saying. It's really just me talking, so I know that I don't have to go back and make any changes unless I mess up, and then I have to sit and watch it to find out where I messed up, and then from there make the changes. But it really doesn't take long. Now with my beat making videos, those take some time because I have to sit and watch them. I have to go through, first off I have to sync the audio that I recorded from the computer to the audio from my camera, so everything will be lined up. And then from there, I have to listen, because I stopped doing the long drawn out videos. I had some beat making videos that were around 15 minutes long. I decided that I wanted to chop that some. Some people enjoy it. I look at it like, I don't want you to take 5 minutes of me just going through different sounds. Like, you're literally just sitting there as I click through different sound, different sound, different sound. I didn't want to do that. So now I started okay, here's where I got my main melody. You didn't see me pick the sound for the main melody. I just had the main melody. Now I'm going and I'm picking my drums, but you're not seeing me picking my drums. You just see it when I start doing different pieces, and then in between there, you may see me go through drums because I'm looking to change certain elements. And then so far on, like I just make those little chops. So I literally had to sit and watch those. I also change the color grading. You know, I use different LUTs and whatnot on those. So, you know, those probably take whatever the length of the video is, a little bit longer, maybe add 5 minutes to however long the length of the video is, because I actually sit there and watch and make cuts. Now, let me see, number 4, I have been arranging my beats with intro, verse, hook, verse 2, hook 2, bridge, outro. How do you arrange your beats? Does it vary? Yes, it does vary, because different styles will, you know, will need different arrangements. And then on top of that, it varies from track to track, because I don't want the track to have necessarily the same feel as the last track I made. I used to always do my arrangements like you have it with the intro. I had the intro, the verse, the hook, the bridge, the outro. That'll be it, or my outro be my hook again, something like that. Or I did it in that same way, except where I would have the outro, but I have a hook before the outro. Oh, you have it? No, you don't. You have bridge and the outro. I have a hook in between the bridge and the outro. Then I went through a phase where it was intro, hook, verse, hook, and that'll be it, because that's just getting the ideas out there, you know. But it's really up to you. What is the track? Where's the track guiding you? You know, you don't have to stick to a certain guideline. Just do what feels right when it comes to that stuff. Let me see. When you get a placement, will the engineer artist change the arrangement of the song? Yes. Let me think of an example that happened on. See, I can't think of any of my bigger, I don't want to say bigger, because I don't know any of the songs that's been released on a national scale that you might know that's happened with. But I've had, okay, I do know one. Me, You, and Hennessy with Dej Loaf and Lil Wayne, me and the producer were going back and forth with, we redid the beat, because I did the original beat, and then there was some things we had to change, so I was working with somebody else. And we arranged the track multiple times. Even we even arranged the vocals and stuff. When we sent it back, they rearranged it to what they wanted, how they wanted it to flow. So I've had that happen on smaller levels, where I would send a beat to an artist and they will literally loop the hook. They'll take the intro and loop the hook and probably just filter the hook out at different points, and that'll be the whole beat. So it's like, you know, the arrangement is cool if you are, first off, the arrangement is cool because it's guiding, it's telling the story, but honestly, somebody's vision may be different for yours than that. So I wouldn't get too deep into it, like, oh, I have to arrange this way, this has to be this way, because it always can end up being changed. Now, it will work best if you are in the room with an artist, or yeah, I'll say artist who you want to get on the track, and they're like, okay, well, let's go. We're gonna start off with the intro, then we're gonna do this. Sometimes I start off with an intro to my intro. Like, for real, I start off with something to grab the attention, and then it leads into the release of tension, and that's the intro that's leading to this next build up, and it'd be all over the place. But yes, that stuff does get rearranged quite often. Are you signed to anyone or a label? And I feel like this go with the question of, do you have a pub deal or an admin deal? I have a deal with Warner Chappell. If you look on their website, I might throw it in this video. I'm right there on the website. So yeah, I have an admin deal through them. Do I have a manager? No, I don't have a manager. I had a manager at one point, but you know, we just went our separate ways. Nothing too crazy. And from there, I just really been trying to figure out things on my own. I have relationships with a few different people who I send stuff to for possible opportunities and whatnot like that. But outside of that, like, I had someone ask me today, was I looking for a manager prior to me doing this video? And that conversation just went like, well, let me figure out which direction I want to go before I do that. Because right now I'm actually more focused on building my brand than the whole placement thing, because I'm learning the business behind having your own brand. And all that stuff can come around when you have your own brand. Like, I'm really focusing on building my brand. Like, the past couple weeks, I've I was about to say I haven't even made beats, but that'd have been a lie. I've been making beats like crazy for some reason the past like week and a half. But prior to that, I was just sitting back brainstorming on different ideas, like about building myself and because eventually I want to have a company, a production company that do a bunch of different things, but I'll go into that on another video. And I'm just thinking about how to expand on that. And then a manager, to me, in my situation, like I don't need a manager right now. I answer emails and things of that nature, but unless there's somebody who's connected and I'm like, yo, I'm ready to push these beats out, because I do have a bunch of beats I need to get out, and if they have like relationships that are definitely beneficial, I would do it. But in my case right now, I'm just working, using my relationships, using my resources, trying to do that on my own. But like I said, the time may come where I want another one, and it may just make sense. Are you looking to sign any producers or artists? No, I don't. How can I put this? Right now, no, I don't want to sign a producer or artist. I don't mind helping a producer or artist, but I feel like if a producer was to sign to me, I would be more of a manager in that case, because I would be taking your stuff to, or sending your stuff to people that I send my stuff to see if we can help something happen. Maybe we'll collab on something, but that's more of like a management thing, and I don't want anybody to put all their, like, they put their dreams into me, like, I'm assigned to you and I need this to happen, I need that to happen. And it's like, well, bro, I gotta focus on myself too, because I'm working on my music as well. And then you get put, it's natural, you might not even get put on the back burner. You just may see me focusing on what I'm doing and then start to feel away because I'm focusing on myself for the time being. So I don't want to have that responsibility. I would love to help some people. Like, if I can make something happen, I would definitely do it like that. Like, no questions asked. Like, let's say you have a beat and have a relationship to this person's manager or something like that, and I know for a fact that this beat will fit them, and you like send it to them and I send it to them, and then you get that going, cool. Like, I don't have to sign you to do nothing like that. That's just based off of our relationship. Like, yeah, we could work something out on the business end, but I don't have to sign you, you know. As far as artists goes, that's the same thing. Like, if you're an artist and you sign to me, what am I gonna say? You can only use my beats? I mean, I could do that, but I don't think that that's cool either, because you don't want to limit anybody, because if they find something that they like and I didn't make it, then that's kind of crazy. But there are some stuff out there like that. What is your, did I skip a question? Do you have a manager? What is your normal productive day like? Well, a day for me, and I'm just gonna use the past week and a half maybe. A day for me is getting up around in between 6:45 and probably 7:15 every morning. From there, depending on what's going on, I end up I go make me a cappuccino. I don't drink coffee, I drink cappuccino. It's probably the same thing at the end of the day. I get me something like that in my system. I sit down, I'll actually open up YouTube, listen to some podcasts like Joe Budden podcast or something like that, just some talking, and then I'll sit down on the computer, look at emails, look at comments, things of that nature, respond. From there, I will sit down and start probably making the beat, make a beat for a few hours. Then I literally will say I'll take a lunch break. Like, I schedule a lunch break. I'll be like, okay, I'm about to take a break, be gone for like 30 minutes, come back, probably do some mixes of the beats that I either made that day, or if I made some the night before, I will mix them at that point. Then it's time for me to go pick my son up from school. After I pick my son up from school, we knock out homework, all that stuff. We just chill, eat, whatever. I might play the game for a few hours. Then when it's time for him to go to bed, you know, we get him situated, and then from there it's like, okay, either I'm gonna spend a few minutes on the game. I may spend about an hour or so on the game after that, just to do that. But then once 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, starts to hit, it's like, all right, let me take an hour, 2 hours, and work on some more music. Work on some more music, take a shower, go to sleep, wake up the next day, repeat. That's really all it is. And I mean, yeah, there's days where that may change. Like, I might have to go to the store or something like that. But it's really, for me, it's just, I'm really playing, like, I plan a lot of stuff out. And the only thing that really throws off my days is, like, if I want to make beats for this set amount of time, and for some reason I just can't get into it, that's when I kind of had to switch. Like I went to the movies last night just because I wanted to be out the house, but I planned that 4 days prior to, you know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the movies at 7 o'clock on this day. I'm gonna make beats in the morning so that way I'll be free. Like I won't have the mental thing of, oh, I need to make some beats. It's just things like that. Like I'm really structured, so that really helps me do what I need to do. And hopefully I answered your question, because that seemed like I was all over the place. How do you like Detroit? I love Detroit. Detroit is, to answer your question, Detroit is where I'm from. Yeah, I love Detroit. As you can see, it's no place, even though I love other places, like I love California and stuff, but I feel like nothing is still touching home at the end of the day, because it's home. Like it's cool to go visit those places and maybe even move to those places, but you just have to make sure you take trips back, because I love it. Like I could see myself living in a different state, but I'll probably come back to Detroit every few months, if not every month, and just be here for some time, you know, family. And it's just, I don't know, I'm not one of the people that hate my hometown. I know a lot of people that don't like their hometown for whatever reason. And, you know, well, I'll put it like this. I'm originally from Detroit, but I grew up in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I know people from Detroit, I know people from Ypsilanti that always say, oh, I can't wait to get out of Detroit, or I can't wait to get out of Ypsi, and ain't nothing to do, it ain't nothing to do. I feel like everybody from everywhere says that. Even the people in LA probably say there's nothing to do here because they've been there, you know. I'm just one of the people that it's like, okay, this is where I'm from, I love it. You know, I know the place like the back of my hand, stuff like that. You know, the people, family, you know, the food, all that stuff. But I do like to explore other places, though. I love traveling. Let me see what else you have. Do you run your own business? Yes, I have my own business. I am DDS Productions, you know. And what I mean by that is making beats is a business, because I sell my beats and I get paid for my beats. And even when it comes down to my royalties and all that stuff, that's all business. Like that's part of my business. I have affiliate marketing things that I do with other companies. I've done camera work where how do I put that? Photography work. I've gotten paid for taking pictures. I'm getting paid for doing these videos, you know, like YouTube and things of that nature. I put out products like my machine course that generates income. I have one-on-one sessions. So it's like I'm all over the place. And eventually I would like to get like, you know, an office space somewhere and have people actually come in and work for me. Like if you want to be a photographer, like we get photography stuff going, it's like you want to do that, then it's like, okay, you come work for us and we have clients, or you bring your clients, however we work it out and do stuff like that. That's just one of the things I'm actually thinking about doing in the future. But let me see what other questions. That's all of your questions. You said you would have asked more, but you know other people need to ask some. I was surprised. People, this post got like 13 likes, and you the only person, you and Cecilia are the only people who responded with actual questions. But I'm not knocking nobody who didn't, though. I'm just saying, like, Cecilia, will there be a possibility of you coming out with an album? Depending on what you're talking about, I was going to do instrumental albums every month for this year of 2018. But after I went through the process of putting out my first one and really seeing like, okay, is it really worth me putting out these instrumental albums every month, or should I try something different? It kind of just fell to the wayside. And that's really because I was, first of all, saving my best work for myself and then putting it out there. And I'm like, okay, I don't really, you know, it was cool, but it was like, I ain't really feel it like that. But I am thinking about doing something where I have artists on my beats, like a project of just nothing but artists on my beats. I'm looking forward to that, and I plan on doing that. And that will also help me build. But yeah, that's all the questions. Let me just make sure, because I did put up another post about it an hour ago on my YouTube, and nope, no questions on that one. So that's all for this video. I appreciate all of you who support me. I appreciate everybody who is subscribed, watch the videos, like the videos, leave comments, all the people that's bought beats, all the people that's checked out my machine course. Appreciate all y'all, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for the support. And if you have any questions, drop them below, and I'll probably make another Q&A video depending on how many questions I get soon. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate all y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out.